That was my favorite one.
I won a prize.
Christmas time, that was my favorite one.
I'm excited. Yeah.
You can come back next week and we can make it up to you.
Yeah, does next week work for you?
Next week is fine, but let's do an earlier slot so we don't get pinched.
Great.
That's unfortunately sometimes when we don't know when people are showing up. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't, and then I spend a little more time with earlier guests in case they don't, and then that's how I get into the big pinch at the end of the show sometimes.
Yeah, well, like I said, I felt, they're from out of town, so it was better to donate. They're not going to be back, but I live in Pilsen, so I can come back.
Oh, right on. Well, we're down in the West Loop location next week. I'll text you the
Aberdeen and
address.
Randolph.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So.
I think both of us can make it. Hopefully.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Beautiful.
Well, it's a real pleasure, and I'm looking forward to part 2 next week.
Me too. Yeah.
Right on.
I'll try to bring some balloon animals and we'll have some fun.
Hey, yeah, that sounds like a good time. Fill them up with nitrous if you can. If not, ether fumes.
Well, I don't know. We were talking outside and shoot. Go ahead. You teach guitar lessons. And
Oh yeah. I was hoping that when I do my little segment, I can advertise the fact that I give beginner guitar lessons for $10-20 an hour at my house or at your house, depending. I'll come to you if you need me to, or you come to my spot. And a lot of people, they want to learn how to play guitar, but they're not even sure that they'd be any good at it or whatever. They don't even own a guitar, and I tell them, look, I have an extra. I have 3 guitars, so you can come your first couple of lessons, use my learner. My last student did that, and it worked out well. We ended up going to Guitar Center recently and getting him a Yamaha. So, but his first 4 or 5 lessons.
How do you play a motorcycle?
Eat it.
He's Yamaha. He's
okay.
Everybody's a
when I
comedian
first
here.
started.
he was in Vietnam
When
on the front lines and had a little bit too much Ancient Orange exposure.
Yeah. I like oranges though.
This particular agent was
not a good one.
he used to huff napalm for recreational drugs.
I also
Brought to
do
you now by the
the
same
balloon
people that
animals
make our
thing.
food.
I do birthday parties
Do
for
you
little
really?
kids.
You're really?
If somebody wants me to dress like a pirate or a clown, or usually I just kind of
orange like the
go
main
festive
ingredient
with
in the roundup?
crazy colors and ears and horns made out of paper mache and crap. And then I show up and make balloons, and I'm a fire dancer, but a lot of times people don't have space for that.
Right.
Or,
Can we do fire dancing in the studio? In the studio we'll have space.
it depends.
Can you imagine that in this studio?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If
Let's do it right
if
here.
the ceiling is high enough,
Would be almost
I can
towering
do it
inferno.
inside. I used to do it upstairs at Exit, so that tells you something.
Oh, sure.
Well, the new studios are in a converted firehouse, so I think
there
we'll
we
be
go.
okay.
So maybe that's pretty appropriate.
Yeah, if the ceiling's high enough, I got to get some more fuel, but yeah, I can.
Well, when it comes to promoting, if you want to promote all that type of stuff, that's absolutely up to you. I mean, the show is primarily designed to allow the guests to lead us through their talking points, through their what they're trying to promote, what they're trying to get out there, and that's what I'm trying to pave the way for, primarily, and then also to entertain if when possible.
So yeah,
You try to entertain?
No, we don't try.
We do.
We try it always.
I think you do a pretty good
It
job.
always falls apart. We try to not try.
Yeah, if you try too hard, sometimes you kill it.
Yeah.
Yoda said it best. There's no try, there's only do.
There is no try. There is only do. Say that again.
There is no try, there is only do.
There we go.
The great Yoda.
There you go.
But yeah, it's been a real pleasure meeting you finally.
Right on.
So
Well,
we'll be in contact.
There you go.
Thank you very much, and we'll be in contact. Let me know if next week works and what time.
yes. All right. Texting seems to be better for you there.
Great for me. Yeah, well, I can do both though, because I finally realized that my email is.
And also, I got a feeling
I finally did check it on the way here actually.
Oh, okay. So you got the codes and everything.
I got it. What I was worried about is like
one of those that you might need like an
I do
hour
have it.
worth of time.
It's working. But so yeah, text message or emails.
All right, cool.
And we'll
that's
just
what I said. I
I'll
was
give
like,
it some
yeah, no,
thought
we've been here
as
for
to
good reason.
as to how I can
Getting close to that time where we should probably
add some
start thinking
spice to
about getting the Guitar Center so that we can get
show.
done
To
with all that
festivity?
stuff.
Played a
Yes.
guitar dressed as a pirate.
Bill
A
Burr's
friend of mine
thinking.
in New Hampshire would love it.
That's why we call him
She
Mr.
knows
Marketing.
cosplay.
It's perfect for the radio.
Call
Have
you Mr.
costumes
Marketing.
while you're on the radio. You know, it's good to have that
Yeah,
extra
so
layer
we'll
of
see what it
depth
is.
for those that are
Right, that could
experiencing
be a very
the show
serious
primarily by way of telepathy. And we do.
I actually
People will
do
tell you,
have
we
do.
tried
We get a lot
to
of phone
do
patients.
radio broadcasts, at least for
that
a
on
little
there
bit,
if you can get me
where we
cash
tried
back
to
when you're in
communicate
bank
telepathically
days
to
or
the
whatever.
audience
Well, of course
as
if
a
you
radio
have
show.
a-
I think
we'll
we're the
see what
first
it
and
is.
probably
Right.
only
Same one.
radio station to have ever tried that.
Yes.
But it is something that we're working
They're
on.
gonna have to
pioneers.
go
That's
and
awesome.
A lot of coma patients and
put in
Elliot
a
Gonzalez.
new tuner
Right,
on there.
Elliot
for you.
Gonzalez,
This would
we're
be
trying
like
to find him,
150 bucks by the time
out
you get
there.
the part and the
It's
labor
sort of
going
like the
into it.
X-Men thing where, it's just
Professor
a
X,
bunch
yeah.
of points of light in this giant geodesic dome that represents all of the mutants that are, exist
See, it's
throughout the
not a
world.
act in there. This is really flabby.
Speaking of domes, when I was in Ithaca, New York, I met this guy named Thor. That was like this big kind of, he reminds me of Conan or something. He's, like when he was.
Nordic,
Hence the name. You
when he
wouldn't want to be a
was-
98-pound weakling named Thor.
No, he's a big old guy,
Hi, my
muscular.
name's Thor.
and Nietzsche.
Yeah, little like 3 foot tall man. Hello.
Sore from what?
But when he was nailing in the stakes,
Stick to music.
we
we'll
built a
stick to
dome
comedy.
out of saplings and twine.
Only
It was
kidding.
like 20 feet tall and
Wow.
25, I think actually. You cut the saplings down. You lay them in the shape of a star after you make poles out of them. You got 5 poles and you lay them in the shape of a star. Weave them over under. Lash the points with jute twine, and then you get people. You stake one side, you push the other side, you push it up. It finally makes a dome, and it was the drum dome of Ithaca, New York, like festivals and stuff we did. So when he's nailing in the stake, he's got a big giant rock, and he just goes like with one, and it took me like 10 minutes to nail the stake down, so it was really, but it was cool. I don't know. You said domes and that.
Oh,
So,
well, everybody's got their Ithaca geodesic dome story. No, I'm just kidding. With Thor. You've got one. He tells us the funniest Thor, Ithaca, New York geodesic dome story that you ever want to hear. No, I'm just kidding.
his real name is James, but Thor I think's much better.
He's got long blonde hair.
Long brownish, blondish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like, a Thor. It's perfect.
wasn't quite there to.
He smokes a little too much
We
already.
were running so low on time.
Yeah, it sounds like a typical Norseman.
But he doesn't.
I haven't smoked a beer.
One could argue that there's never
Well, then
I used to be an all day, every day kind of, when I was younger. But now it's a once in a while sort of blue moon thing. But,
do the trip.
it's always a pleasurable experience though. But nowadays it's like if I'm going to work, if I'm at home chilling, maybe.
Just
Yeah.
Saturdays.
But it makes me sleepy. It makes
Well,
me
just
wanna,
depending on the show, but
melt.
You gotta get, how does it go? There's a phrase
So
like
we'll try to
between
maybe we should
indica and
try to book
sativa.
SFR.
Sativa for activa, indica for
Gotta come in here and then go
sleeping.
down there.